In this video, you will learn how to filter and export Next Generation Firewall logs in the Security Management Center. The video will cover the following topics: Logs view in the Management Client, adding a filter by dragging and dropping, creating a filter by selecting an existing element, creating a filter based on a log field, using predefined new filter options, adding several filters and combining them, and exporting log events. Log filtering and exporting is done in the SMC Logs view. To access the Logs view, click the Logs button on the Management Client. This will open the Logs view that shows the logs from all the NGFW engines. If you want to see logs from a specific Next Generation Firewall, you can right-click the NGFW engine in question and select Monitoring, Logs by Sender. This opens the Logs view so that the engine is selected on the Senders tab of the Query panel. At the top of the Query panel you'll see a drop-down menu which by default is set to Security Engine. This will show all the NGFW engine logs. The drop-down menu allows you to select different types of logs such as VPN, file filtering and audit. Note how the default log fields shown here differ per log type selection. As an example, audit logs show administrator actions and thus the field selection is different from the traffic logs. These logs are also mostly generated by the management server and therefore when a specific engine was selected as sender, no entries were shown. The easiest way to create a log filter is to drag and drop the value from the log entry to the Filter tab on the Query panel and apply the filter. You can change the value of the filter by right-clicking the filter and selecting Properties. Then change the value to the one you want to filter on and click the Apply button to update the filter. The second option is to right-click the Filter section on the Query tab and click Select. This opens a new window listing all the elements that can be added as a filter. For example, to see all the HTTPS connections, select Services, TCP, and HTTPS. And remember to apply the filter. To remove or disable a filter, right-click the filter entry and select Remove or Disable from the contextual menu. You can also negate the filter by enabling the Negate Row checkbox. The Log Filter Select window can also be used for selecting the log field to filter on. Right-click again on the Filter tab, choose Select and click Fields on the Select Filter window. You will see the log fields categorized based on the log types and features, and you can then find the exact field you want to filter on. For example, let's filter logs based on the URL field. To find the URL field, click All Fields and type the URL. The search shows all the matching fields. Then select the URL field and click the Select button. To define the filter, right-click and select Properties. In Comparison Options, in means exact match, the two like options allow you to use wildcard searches. Let's find, for example, log entries where the URL includes the string Google by changing the comparison to like and using the search string Google. Then click the two Apply buttons to apply the new filter. If the URL field isn't shown, right-click one of the field titles and choose Column Selection from the contextual menu. Then find the URL field from all the fields, and add it by dragging and dropping it to the columns to display the box at the desired position. Another way to create a filter is to choose one of the predefined new filter selections by right-clicking the filter box and selecting New and one of these options. The situation filter is matched to deep inspection situations. IP address is matched to IP address on all the log fields that have the IP address value. SRC-ADDR is matched to the source IP address field. DST-ADDR is matched to the destination IP address field. A string can be used for matching log fields that use character strings like the information message field. The SMC logs view allows you to add several filters. For example, a filter is added here to match all HTTPS connections and another filter to match the two IPv4 addresses that help.forcepoint.com resolves to. You can also combine filters. If you want to see all the log entries where a specific IP address is in either the source or destination field, you can add the src-addr and the src-addr filter for the address. However, no results will be found when I apply the filter as the AND operand is used. In other words, both the source and destination IP would need to be the same address in the single log entry. What you can do is to select both filters, then right-click and select Combine Filters. Then open the combined filter, right-click the AND operand and select Change to OR. When you now apply the filter, it will match if either the source or destination address is the one defined. This is useful, for example, when troubleshooting a not a valid SYN packet log entry, as these entries can be generated for packets sent in either direction. You can create very complex filters in the SMC to match exactly what you wish to see. In this example, a filter has been created that matches the specific IP address either in the source or destination address field. The action is to either discard or allow, and the service is either HTTP or HTTPS. When you have filtered the logs view to show relevant log entries, you may want to export the logs. To do this, right-click one of the entries and select Export Log Events. The file export format selection includes several options you can choose to meet your requirements. If you are exporting logs to provide them to ForcePoint technical support, select the Export Archive Zip option. This will export the logs to a zip file in the original SMC format, which can be viewed with any management client. In the export selection, you have the option to include selected logs or filtered logs. Then choose where the file will be saved. The Server Export Directory option will save a log export to the log server disk. The Local Workstation option allows you to save a log export to the computer where you use the management client. Finally, click OK to start the export and the logs will be exported to a file. You will also see the progress in the task status pane.